stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fantastic. Thank you, George.
The 2024 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2024 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready for some Thursday night baseball in Strasburg, as the 1-4 Front Royal Cardinals are in town to take on the 1-3 Strasburg Express. Ready for some baseball here on the 6th of June in 2024. Strasburg looking to get back into their groove after winning the first game of the year right over this Front Royal team 17-2. And then since then, they have lost 3 in a row. Meanwhile, Front Royal is coming off of another loss last night at Woodstock. They're going to try to bounce back and win their second game of the year here tonight against Strasburg. Getting the baseball tonight for the Express is Lucas Glover. Glover, 6'5" righty out of High Point University from High Point, North Carolina. He will get the start here tonight for the Strasburg Express. And the starting lineup for the visiting Front Royal Cardinals. Leading off and playing third base, it's Nick Mullen. Batting second and playing short is Jimmy King. Batting third is Ruben Livingston, the first baseman. Van Coughlin will bat fourth and play left for Front Royal. Batting fifth is Cooper Milford, the right fielder. Christopher Hunn, the DH, will bat sixth. Batting seventh is Elijah Grant, the second baseman. Batting eighth is Cameron Murray, the catcher. And batting ninth and playing center for Front Royal is Delaney Powell. First pitch of the game is fouled back at 7:03, and we're underway from Strasburg. Strasburg did not play last night. They were scheduled to play at Purcellville. Every game was postponed due to weather, except for Woodstock and Front Royal. So both teams here on a beautiful night, ready to play baseball here. 0-1 to Nick Mullen, the pitch, and that's at the knees for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Mullen ahead or behind in the count out of George Washington University. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And 3 pitches, 1 out on the strikeout to start it out here in the top of the first.
From Holy Cross, number 7, Jimmy King.
Appreciate you joining us tonight. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, Kyle Gutschall with you here. North Division League. Here's Jimmy King, the shortstop. King bunts at it, takes a called strike. 0-1. King out of the College of Holy Cross out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 6'1", righty, 185. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. 0-2, Glover delivers. And that just misses. Well, he was nearly 2/3 of the way to the immaculate inning, but a pitch just misses, and it's 1-2. Glover, the tall righty, from the wind-up the pitch. Swinging a soft grounder up the middle, charging towards the middle, sliding and going off the glove of the shortstop, Valentin. It'll be an infield single, and the Cardinals have one on with one out here in the top of the first. Jimmy King, the first hit of the night here in this one. Brings up Ruben Livingston, the first baseman.
Hartford, number 26, Ruben Livingston.
Livingston out of Hartford Community College from Reading, Pennsylvania, 6'4" righty, 225. We saw a lot of those soft base knocks the other night against Winchester. Here's a hard grounder through the left side, a base hit. First pitch swinging and hitting it past the shortstop Valentin, and just like that, back-to-back hits for the Cardinals here in the top of the first. It'll bring up Van Coughlin, the left fielder.
The left fielder from the College of the Holy Cross, number 8, Van Coughlin.
Coughlin also from the College of Holy Cross. 5'10" righty, 195. He was the most notable hitter last night for the Cardinals. Had a couple of RBIs in what was a very quiet night for the Cardinals offensively. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Well, one thing about these two teams early, the pitching has really held them down. We'll talk about that here in just a second. 0-1. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Looking at our keys to the game tonight. First, for the Front Royal Cardinals, well, we've got 3 keys, and all 3 are the same. And these are going to look very familiar when I show Strasburg's. Limit the free passes. The Cardinals, heading into their game last night against Woodstock prior, in 4 games, were averaging 10 walks a game. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Glover has his second strikeout of the ball game here in the first.
Now batting the right fielder from the University of Georgia, number 14, Cooper Milford.
And when you have walks, and I talked about it plenty the other night against Winchester, they're going to come back and be an absolute backbreaker for you throughout the game. We've seen it so far, especially with these two teams. Here's Cooper Milford, the right fielder, and he takes up and in, ball 1. Milford out of the University of Georgia. 6' righty, 178. Batting with 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the inning. Strasburg righty Glover sets and deals, and a fastball is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, down the lines, left and right, 300 feet. Straightaway center is 365. 1-1 the pitch. Fastball up and out of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. Patty McGongle will be on the mound tonight for the Front Royal Cardinals. We'll see him in the bottom half of the inning. 2 balls and a strike. Runners go. The pitch, swing and a miss. Throw to third, not in time, and getting into third safely is Jimmy King, a stolen base. Meanwhile, Ruben Livingston held it first. So the count's 2-2. Strasburg continues to have some new additions to their starting 9. We'll see one of those pieces tonight, and others will filter in as well. 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2, including a guy that quite literally ended the Express season last year, and Kyle Edwards, former member of the Tom Sox, who, if you can remember, if you want to remember, part of that huge comeback in the 9th inning last year with 2 outs, hit a home run to tie it as that misses up high, ball 4. And the Cardinals have the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the first.
The batter is the DH from Southern Wesleyan University, number 2, Christopher Hurd.
Here's Christopher Hurd. So Hun steps in. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball inside. He couldn't lay off. 0-1. Defense tonight behind Glover. Licurdo's in left. Rodriguez is in center. Nunnally's in right. Velasquez is at third. Valentin's at short. Biakina is at second. Ingram's at first. And Carr is behind the plate, 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Well, been an up and down inning here for Lucas Glover in the first. He's got 2 strikeouts, but he's also allowed 2 singles and a walk. Cardinals have the bases juiced here in the first. 1-1. He works from the stretch. Swing and a miss. Way behind the fastball. It's 1-2. The batter, Christopher Hund out of Southern Wesleyan University. 5'10", righty, 180 from Woodbridge, Virginia. He's way behind in the count, 1-2. Strasburg looking for a scoreless inning here. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. And behind the plate and out of play. Still 1-2.
Please return those foul balls to the train.
Other games around the league tonight include Harrisonburg at Waynesboro, Stanton at Charlottesville, Woodstock at Newmarket. We've got a postponement already. Culpeper at Covington will not play. 1-2. Breaking ball misses, 2-2. In one game that started at 5 o'clock, as always from Winchester. Purcellville leading Winchester 2-1, bottom of the 8th inning. That's a Winchester team that scored 17 runs here the other night. 2-2, and that's high, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Glover deals. Swinging a ground ball, foul, just foul down the third base line. That would have been 2 runs at worst for the Cardinals. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Front Royal, a team that has had a slow start to the year, but they start strong here tonight. 1-0, bases loaded walk, and kind of a continuation of, well, all season so far. 2 walks here in the first, and the Cardinals lead it 1-0.
From USC, Columbia, number 28, Elijah Grant.
So King comes in to score, Livingston to third, Milford to second, and Hund with a bases loaded RBI. So the Express trail 1-0 here in the first. They've allowed 2 singles and 2 walks. Here's Elijah Grant, the second baseman. He swings and misses. One thing about it, Front Royal has been way behind on Glover's stuff tonight. He's just got to keep it around the zone. Oh, 0-1 the count. The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Can't connect again, and it's quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs in the first. Cardinals lead it 1-0. The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's going to get into the outfield. 2 runs are going to come in to score, and it's going to be 3-0. Here in the first inning. 0-2 pitch hit right up the middle, and 2 RBI single for Grant, and the Express trail 3-0.
Now batting the catcher from Western Carolina, number 16, Cameron Murray.
So 3-0, just like that, here tonight. First and third, 2 outs for Cameron Murray. Runner goes, the pitch is fouled back. So this kind of feels like the other night against Winchester, except Strasburg held them scoreless in the first before allowing 8 runs in the second. 8 runs on 7 hits. 0-1. And Murray swings and misses. I mean, it's weird. Glover, it feels like he's been in complete control, dominating these hitters, yet the Cardinals have 3 runs on the board. A lot of swings and misses from this Front Royal team, but they've been able to still score some runs. Wouldn't be shocked to see the runner move from first. He does not. Swing and a miss, and he struck out the side, but not before. 3 runs on 3 hits with 2 walks come across for the Front Royal Cardinals. Strasburg is going to have to have their offense ready here in this one. We go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals lead it 3-0. And we go to the bottom of the first from Strasburg. The Express trail 3-0. Patty McGongle is on the mound tonight for the Cardinals. McGongle out of Western Carolina University, 6-foot righty, 195, and he will face the Express lineup leading off and making his debut at short, Carre Valentin. Batting second is Cade Carr, the catcher. Batting third and playing right field, it's Tate Nunnally. Batting fourth, Nick Licurdo, the left fielder. Batting fifth is Eduardo Castillo, the DH. Batting sixth and playing third base, it's Diego Velasquez. Batting seventh, Anthony Biasina, the second baseman. Batting eighth and playing first, it's Chase Ingram. And batting ninth and playing center, it's Luis Rodriguez. So, Front Royal on top early here. 3 runs in the top of the inning. A strikeout, a single, a strikeout, a walk, an RBI bases loaded walk, and a 2 RBI single to get their 3 runs. They did strike out 3 times, but they scored 3 runs to take the 3-0 lead here in this ball game off of Lucas Glover, the starter tonight for the Strasburg Express. Taking a little bit of time here before we get back to action. The home plate umpire has been talking to the starting pitcher, Patty McGongle, about his delivery and his windup and the way he's setting up on the rubber. So that'll be an interesting development, I guess, something to watch to see if we have any balks tonight or anything like that. But he kind of sets up, on the right side of the rubber. His feet are not right beside each other. One is kind of in front of the other one, and don't know if that's causing some issues for the home plate umpire, what it may be, but we will watch that closely. We go to the bottom of the first. Carre Valentin making his debut with the Express, leading off here in the bottom of the first. First pitch is a ball, and it's 1-0. Valentin out of Florida International University, 5'10", righty, 170, from Douglasville, Georgia. 1-0, the pitch. That is a called strike. It's 0-1. A little bit of deception there from the Front Royal starter, McGongle. 1-1 the pitch. Breaking ball fouled away, 1-2. Defense tonight behind the starter. Coughlin's in left, Powell's in center, and Milford's in right. Mullins at third, King's at short, Grant's at second, Livingston's at first, and Murray's behind the plate. Valentin setting up in the back of the batter's box, and then I think his guard fell off. His wrist guard, he was going to just throw it off because it was loose, and then the home plate umpire called time and let him put it back on. So Valentin with his right foot all the way to the back of the batter's box. Now time's called. We've got a ball loose on the field, right side. And I'll tell you, I was at Woodstock last night, and there was probably a dozen baseballs from the Front Royal bullpen that made it down on the field somehow. That pitch misses, 2-2. Maybe we'll keep track of that tonight. There's one. Keep track at home if you'd like. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Valentin. Bottom of the first, nobody out. That's outside, and the count's full, 3-2. Valentin goes over into the dirt pretty much every pitch and draws something there. Maybe he's keeping count of his balls and strikes. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch coming. And that is hit into center. Pretty well hit. Going back to center fielder. He's got plenty of room out there. Hit to the deepest part of the park, and Powell makes the catch, and that's 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Coming to the plate, the catcher from Samford University, number 5, Cade Carr.
It brings Cade Carr to the plate. Carr, the catcher tonight, out of Samford from Hoover, Alabama. 5'11", 175. Righty. And the pitch. Carr late on it, fouls it back into the netting, 0-1. Well, as of right now, live stats are somewhat up. Still showing the top of the first inning, but you can see something. Glover threw 31 pitches in that first inning. Only 9 were balls, 0-1. And changeup misses low. Pretty good take there from Carr, 1-1. Carr comes in looking for his first hit of the season. Only 1 game under his belt so far as a member of the Express. 1-1. Breaking ball in there, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to the righty Carr. Also in the back of the batter's box, he grounds 1 to third. Short hop pickup by Mullen. Throws to first in time. 2 outs here in the first. Brings up Tate Nunnally, the right fielder.
The first baseman, the right fielder from Eastern Kentucky University, number 1, Tate Nunnally.
Nunnally out of Eastern Kentucky University. Comes into the game batting .273. Bats from the left side, hitting third here tonight for Strasburg. And he checks his swing, takes a strike down the middle, 0-1. A little bit of a breaking ball there from the Front Royal righty, McGongle. That is a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Front Royal walked 8 men last night at Woodstock. They walked, I think it was 15 on opening night against this Strasburg team. Time is called. Here's our keys to the game for Strasburg, and I mentioned they look identical to the ones for Front Royal. Limit the free passes. Well, Front Royal's done so far. Strasburg had some issues in the top of the inning. That pitch misses up high, 1-2. The freebies are very hurtful. 1-2 the pitch. Swing and a liner right up the middle. It's a base hit. Hard hit single there from Nunnally. And the first hit of the ball game for the Express with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
The left fielder from Virginia Tech, number 4, Nick Lucerto.
Here's Nick Lucerto out of Virginia Tech. From Garnerville, New York, 6-foot righty, 195. Batting with a man on and 2 outs. The pitch. Inside, ball 1. 1-0, and that misses inside as well, 2-0. Well, Strasburg looking for some two-out magic here in the bottom of the inning, down 3-0 early from First Bank Park in Strasburg. 5th game of the year here in the Valley League, 5 out of 40. Hitters count here, 2-0. And he grounds one foul, 2-1. Limited at bats for Licurdo so far, comes in batting .333. McGongle sets, and a quick throw to first. Back in is Nunley. The pitch. Breaking ball inside, 3-1. On deck is Eddie Castillo, the DH. Made his debut the other night against Winchester. I think if you're Licurdo here, you're sitting fastball inside. That's where he's been throwing it. Now they're going to go out. 3-1. Goes with a breaking ball in the dirt, and Licurdo lays off. Ball 4. Well, there's the first walk of the night for the Cardinals. First and second, 2 outs here in the inning for the Express.
San Jacinto, number 9, Eduardo Castillo.
So here's Eduardo Castillo. Castillo looking for his first knock of the summer. Batting from the right side, in the back of the batter's box. First pitch, chopper back to the mound. It'll be an easy play for McGongle, tossing to first in time. And the Express strand 2 in inning number 1. We're through 1 inning from Strasburg. Front Royal 3, Strasburg nothing. Back after this on the Express Baseball Network.
UNC Asheville, number 3, center fielder Delaney Powell.
We go to the second inning. 9-1-2 for Front Royal. Delaney Powell, Nick Mullen, and Jimmy King due up against Lucas Glover. Here in this ball game, first pitch, trying to bunt. Lefty can't connect, and he couldn't pull back in time. It's 0-1. Delaney Powell batting ninth and playing center tonight for the Front Royal Cardinals. 0-1, the pitch. That's in the dirt, 1-1. Powell out of the University of North Carolina, Asheville, from Harrisburg, North Carolina. 5'9", lefty, 160. 1-1. Showing bunt, he gets it down, third base line. It's a beauty, and it's a base hit. So a leadoff single here for Front Royal in the top of the second. Can hear the wind up here in the press box. A very hot day, temps in the mid-80s. And finally some temperature cool off here in this ball game throughout this evening. So leadoff single for the Cardinals. Back to the top, it's Nick Mullen. He struck out on 3 pitches in the first. He really didn't look that comfortable. Runner goes, the pitch, swing and a miss. Here's the throw to second, and it's not in time. Powell was going to be out by about 2 feet. He actually stopped because he thought he was going to be able to get around the ball, and then it short hopped in the infield. So it'll be a stolen base on a play where Strasburg should have had an out. The count is 0-1, runner at second. And that's in the dirt, 1-1. Mental error. Can't put one in the book, but I mean, he quite literally stopped as he was about to go into the base. 1-1 the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul, right side and out of play. The count is 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. The righty Glover sets. Keeps an eye on the runner at second. And deals. Ground ball left side through for a base hit. Holding the runner at third. And the throw's cut off. It'll be first and third. Nobody out here in the second. So Mullen gets a base knock. And instead of first and second, or excuse me, instead of a base hit with nobody, with 1 out, Mullen able to get on with the base knock, sending Powell from second to third. So first and third, nobody out, time called. And the Express are going to the bullpen here in inning number 2. Glover 1+ innings tonight. And they are going to the pen, so we'll tell you about the new hurler right after this. New pitcher for Strasburg here with the Cardinals threatening in inning number 2. They're up 3-0, and they have men on first and third with nobody out. Logan Waldschmidt will come in tall ready for the Express and try to get through this inning. First pitch is low, ball 1. 5 hits already for this Cardinals team that I believe only mustered 4 last night. And they had 1 against the Express in the first game of the year. They have 5 here through 1+ innings. The runner goes, the pitch is grounded foul, third base side. It's 1-1. Waldschmidt out of Pasco Hernando Community College, 6'4" righty out of Sarasota, Florida. Relieving Lucas Glover, who seemed to have pretty good stuff. Front Royal just hit him around. 1 inning, 1+, 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and so far 3 runs, but both runners are his responsibility. 1-1 to King, throw to first, and Mullen back in safely. So Powell at third after the leadoff single, then he stole second. Got the third on the single by Mullen. Cardinals 3-0 here in the top of the inning. 1-1. And that's hammered to left, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to bounce into the wall. Runner on his way to third. Throw is offline, the tag. Oh, they call him out. They get it out at third base, score at 7-5. A run does score on the play. Nice throw from the left fielder, Nick Licurdo. Score at 7-5, and there is 1 out. So it's 4-0.
Number 26, Ruben Livingston.
Out the Express getting out, and Jimmy King's at second. Here's Ruben Livingston. He takes a strike, so it'll be scored a single. Moved up to second on the throw. But an RBI credited to Jimmy King. He's 2 for 2 as we play here in the second. 0-1. Livingston singled his first time up. Runner gets a huge jump from second. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. It's 0-2, but moving to third is King on the stolen base. So 0-2 the count, but Front Royal has a man at third now. Still only 1 out, leading 4-0 here in the top of the second inning. Oh-2. Infield playing back, so they'll surrender the run. That's in the dirt, past the catcher, off the glove, but not scoring. Tight backstop here at First Bank Park, although we did see Woodstock's Kobe White somehow score twice from third on wild pitches in the same game. But that's pretty unheard of. So the count is 1-2 to Ruben Livingston. So the line is complete for Glover. 4 runs, all 4 were earned. 1-2. And that's fouled away. We'll do it again at 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Strasburg looking for a punch out here. Breaking ball hammered to left, foul. Over the third baseman's head, over the base runner, third King's head. He had to dive to the ground. Well, the count is still a ball and 2 strikes. Waldschmidt from the stretch. 1-2. Swing and a chopper to third. That's going to score another run. Throw to first is in time on the tag, and it's 5-0 here in the second. RBI ground out for Livingston. King comes in to score.
The left fielder, number 8, Van Coughlin.
And here's Coughlin, the strikeout swinging in the first. So a big night here for this Front Royal team so far, a team that, well, owns a 1-4 record, the worst in the league. They have put up 5 runs so far on 6 hits. That's in the dirt, 1-0. One-0 misses, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, nobody out. Check swing, called strike, 2-1. Check swing again. Did he go? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. The count is now even at 2-2. Waldschmidt looking for one more strike here to get through this inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper, third base side, picked up on the hop. Long throw to first is scooped out nicely at first by Ingram. And the half inning is over, but Front Royal adds on to their lead. They score 2 more, and they're up 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the second from Strasburg. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Strasburg trailing the Front Royal Cardinals by a score of 5-0. 1-0 count to Diego Velasquez. And the count is now 1-1. Strasburg allowing 3 in the first and 2 in the second, so their offense has some work to do here against the Front Royal righty. First pitch swinging and a looper to second. I don't think he caught that on the fly. Apparently he did. Whole lot of dirt flying up there from the glove, but they call it a line out, and there's one out here in the second.
Second baseman from UNC Charlotte, number 10, Anthony Bianchina.
Here's Anthony Bianchina, the second baseman. Bianchina out of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, from Lafayette, California. 5'8" switch hitter, hitting from the left side here. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Bianchina looking for his first hit of the summer. And he hits one down the right field line, giving it a look as the first baseman in foul territory. He gets there and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Nice play from Livingston. 2 outs here in the second.
The first baseman from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, number 33, Chase Ingram.
Well, 2 up, 2 down. Here's Chase Ingram. Ingram out of UAB, the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Hitting 8th tonight, playing first for Strasburg from the right side. The pitch. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. Ingram, 6'3", righty, 230 from Pleasant Hill, California. Made a nice scoop to end the inning in the top half. He fouls one back. It's 1-1. McGonagall has looked good so far here in this one. He's only allowed 1 hit. And then he walked the next man but got out of trouble in the first. 2 outs quickly here in this inning, and that's up and in, 2-0. Ingram hitting 8th will be followed by the 9-hitter Luis Rodriguez, the center fielder. 2-0. That's a called strike, 2-1. Correction, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that is hit well into left center field. Pretty well struck. Going back, the left fielder looking up, and it is gone. Chase Ingram hits a home run to left center field and gets the Express on the board. He hit it high. It was just a matter of did it have enough on it. But it leaves the yard, and his first home run, I believe it was his first plate appearance here of the summer. And the Express are on the board. It's 5-1. Second hit of the night for the Express.
Luis Rodriguez.
Good piece of hitting there from Chase Ingram. We saw him hit some last year, but he gets the start tonight. Hits a home run in his first plate appearance, I believe, of the summer. Here's Luis Rodriguez, the center fielder, batting 9th. Takes a ball, 1-0. McGonagall deals, and that's a called strike on the extended outside corner. 0-1. Excuse me, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Rodriguez out of Marist College. Outside, 2-1. Rodriguez from Garnerville, New York, 5'11", 170. He's in a good hitter's count. Outfield pretty straight up. 2-1. Breaking ball. Maybe a makeup call from earlier in the AB. It's 3-1. If that misses. On deck, top of the lineup. Valentin. 3-1. Swing and a liner to right. That is going to be caught. Milford comes in a few steps to make the catch, and the half inning is over. Strasburg scores 1 on a solo 2-out home run by Chase Ingram. And after 2, Front Royal leads Strasburg 5-1 right here on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg, we go to the top of the third. The Cardinals lead the Express 5-1. Waldschmidt back out for Strasburg. First pitch of the inning is a called strike. It's 0-1. It'll be Milford, Hund, and Grant for the Cardinals. 0-1 misses, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Milford a walk in the first. That's fouled back, 1-2. One-two. Waldschmidt deals, and that's low. 2-2. We play here in the top of the third. Front Royal Cardinals 5. Front Royal Cardinals 5. Strasburg Express 1. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Elevated fastball up and out of the zone, and that's one out here in the top of the third. Here's Christopher Hund, the DH. Well, Hund, his plate appearance kind of shifted things in the first inning. It was the bases were loaded, 2 outs. He drew a bases loaded 3-2 walk on a 3-2 pitch, I should say. Ended up leading to 3 runs in the inning for the Cardinals. He shows bunt, pops it up, and making the catch behind the plate is the catcher Carr. Nice play getting out of his crouch to make the catch. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Second baseman, number 28, Elijah Grant.
Here's Elijah Grant, the second baseman. 2 RBI single in the first. It was an 0-2 count, and he got one and hit it right up the middle. Second baseman Biakina couldn't make the play, and that made it 3-0 at the time. The pitch. He takes a ball. Strasburg, at times this year, they've been able to get 2 outs. But then, to getting that third out without anything else happening has been an issue. So we'll see if they can do it here. 1-0 from Waldschmidt. That's high, 2-0. If they were playing 2-out baseball, they would be in very good shape so far this year. But it's just been something about getting that third out in the inning. 2-0 to Grant. And a called strike, 2-1. Grant out of the University of South Carolina, Columbia. 5'5", lefty, 145. 2-1. Swing and a high pop-up in the right field. Nunley makes the catch, and there it is, a 1-2-3 inning for the Strasburg Express. Express trail 5-1. We go to the bottom of the third. They will send 1-2-3 up when we return on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network.
Shortstop, number 3, Correa. Valentin.
Corey Valentin will lead it off for the Express as we go to the bottom of the third from Strasburg. Valentin, Carr, and Nunley, top three in the lineup for the Express. First pitch is a called strike on a fastball, 0-1. Valentin in his first plate appearance of the summer. And a deep fly ball to center that stayed in the park, deepest part of the park here, 365. That's a liner to right. It's a base hit. Valentin tosses the bat nearly into the stands. Not really, but had some distance on it. But a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. Nice piece of hitting, taking it the other way. Third hit of the night for the Express. I recall saying that last year in the Charlottesville game. It was either Kyle Edwards or one of the other guys when they hit the home run. The bat, for all intents and purposes, went into the stands. It was bat flipped so hard. Here's Cade Carr. Carr takes in the dirt, blocked up by Murray. It's 1-0. Valentin's going to be one of the valuable pieces in this Strasburg lineup, both offensively and defensively. We see him get his first hit there, and looks like he's got some speed as well. 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Problem is you don't really want to put him in motion down 5-1 here. And I did see, don't recall if Murray was catching last night, but Front Royal threw a couple base runners out in Woodstock trying to steal. Throw to first, little lob. And we've got a balk call by the home plate umpire. Valentin will hustle to second. And that might be what we were talking about earlier before the game, where the home plate umpire was talking to the Front Royal starter, Patty McGongle, about his delivery. Now Front Royal's manager is going to come out. Again, it's something with the way he sets up on the rubber. It's like he sets up a certain way, but then he adjusts, moves his feet before he ultimately deals the pitch. And, you know, to be honest, it may not even be an illegal move. It's just the umpire. Some umpires look at it differently than others. You see it in the big leagues too. It's really not, you know, balks are never really black and white, because every pitcher is different in the way that they straddle the rubber or whatever it may be. They're wind up or they're stretched. So McGongle kind of shaking his head, but not surprising considering the umpire was asking him questions before the game. So 2-0 with Valentin at second now. The pitch, that's inside, and it's 3-0. So now it looks like McGongle a little bit thrown off after that balk call. Cade Carr grounded to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1, but he's ahead 3-0 here. And he takes right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Pretty good crowd here tonight. Two North Division teams. Again, all games in the regular season are played within the division. So we'll see Front Royal 6 more times after tonight. 3-1. Carr decided to swing at the last minute. It's a swing and a miss. It's 3-2. He was going to lay off of it. It was a breaking ball, pretty much center cut, but then he decided to swing last minute. So from 3-0 to 3-2 here. Valentin at second. Carr, the batter. He takes up high, ball 4. So the Express have men on first and second with nobody out here in the third.
Right fielder number 1, Tate Nunley.
There's Tate Nunley, the right fielder. Nunley with a single his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Batting in the 3-hole tonight for the Express. And the first pitch inside for a ball. Not a bad spot, but a little bit in and off the plate. The count is 1-0. Strasburg trailing 5-1 here in the bottom of the third, but they have men on first and second with nobody out. McGongle sets and delivers. That's up and out, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to the lefty. You don't want to throw a meatball here. And identical to the first pitch, except it's a called strike here, 2-1. I mean, as a left-hander there, if you swing at that, you're going to drill it into the ground, first base side. 2-1. And a liner up the middle. It's going to be dropped by the shortstop. He's going to pick it up, throw to first, not in time. Reaching is Nunley. Don't know if that was intentional or not, trying to turn the double play. Moving to third is Valentin. Carr is erased at second on the fielder's choice, and Nunley just able to beat it out. So it'll be a, I think it was 6-4 or 6 unassisted. 6 unassisted there on the fielder's choice. So Nunley at first and Valentin at third. Here's Licurdo, the left fielder. He walked his first time up. Big hole in the right side of the infield if he can take it the other way. Takes a breaking ball in the strike zone, 0-1. Cardinals wearing their visiting red unis, red tops, gray pants, red piping down the side. Strasburg home unis, white pants, purple piping. 0-1. Runner goes. The pitch is outside. Throw to second. He is out. Run does come in to score. It's 5-2. So the Express score a run on the play. But getting thrown out at second is Nunley for the second out. So just like that, there's 2 outs, but the Express score another run. One and stepping off the rubber. It was a good throw down by the catcher, Murray. Licurdo takes low, 2-1. So Valentin comes in to score. I guess that's credited as a stolen base, technically. Yeah. Stolen base of home plate there. And that misses, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Licurdo looking to draw his second walk here in his second try. And he grounds one to the left side. Mullen Fields throws to first in time, and the inning is over. But Strasburg gets 1 run closer. They're back within 3. It's 5-2 as we're a third of the way done tonight. We go to the 4th. Cardinals coming up to bat. Got 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning after ground outs by Cameron Murray and Delaney Powell. The count is 0-1 to Nick Mullen. Waldschmidt still in the mound for Strasburg. The Express trail 5-2. The count is quickly 0-2. Apologize, we're working on our stadium lights here, so may have some interruptions here on the broadcast temporarily. Try to get those straightened out here soon. 0-2 the count, looking for another 1-2-3 inning. The pitch, swinging a ground ball left side, charging the third baseman, throws to first. Tag is made and the out is applied. We'll be back after this here on the Express Baseball Network.
Messing with the light problem up here. Third baseman, number 46, Diego Velasquez.
Diego Velasquez bats here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Leadoff man Eduardo Castillo got under a fastball and flew out to left. So it's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Strasburg down 5-2. Appreciate you joining us here tonight from Strasburg here in the Valley Baseball League. 1-1. That is in the dirt, 2-1. Strasburg, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Front Royal, 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. 2-1 to Velasquez, the third baseman. He lined out to second his first time, and he pops one up foul and out of play. It's 2-2. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball left side, picked up on a scoop, throw to first on the spin and in time, and Mullen makes a nice play over there at third to throw out Valesis for the second out. 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth for the Express.
Anthony Bianchino.
Here's Anthony Bianchino, the second baseman. Foul fly out to first. Back in the second. McGongle, the righty, from the wind-up the pitch. Swinging a hard liner down the first base line, nearly getting a piece of the umpire. But he's just able to get out of the way. It's 0-1. Two outs here in the fourth for Strasburg. That skips to the plate, and that hit him. So a 2-out hit by pitch for the Express will keep the line moving and bring up Chase Ingram, who hit a home run his first time up.
Chase Ingram.
Hit a home run to left, the second home run for Strasburg we've seen here in 2024. The other was by Chance Reisdorf, who is not in the lineup tonight for the Express. See what Ingram can do here in his second plate appearance. Throw to first, they've got him leaning, and oh, we've got a balk called again. Nearly had him picked off at first, looked like he should have been, and then a balk is called, sending Bianchino to second. That's the second balk of the outing for the Front Royal starter, McGongle. And again, I'm almost 100% sure this is probably something that he does all the time and he never has any issues, or at least most of the time he doesn't, but it depends on the umpire and how they kind of interpret things. So here's the first pitch with the runner now at second. Ingram takes up and in for a ball, 1-0. Well, Strasburg trying to continue to chip away here. They were down 5-0. Now it's 5-2, scoring runs in the second and third, trying to score another here in the fourth. Maybe a couple more. The 1-0. Ingram swings and misses. High fastball. Got past him. 1-1. Well, no bullpen activity for the Front Royal Cardinals. They got a few guys down there walking around, but no one getting hot at the moment. A lot of lead out there at second for Bianchino, the 1-1. Fouled back. He was late on the fastball. It's 1-2. Appreciate everyone tuning into our streams tonight, Facebook or YouTube. You can cast the game on your smart TV if you have the YouTube app. Just search up Strasburg Express. Or you can watch on Facebook, as many do as well. Ball and 2 strikes to Ingram. McGongle trying to get through 4 here with his team leading. Ingram takes a changeup for a called strike 3, and the inning is over. So Strasburg strands a man at second. We're through 4 and off to the 5th. Front Royal 5, Strasburg 2. Back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Front Royal up 5-2. Cardinals sending 2, 3, 4. King, Livingston, and Coughlin up to the plate. 1-0 is lined to the left side. Nice scooping dive by the third baseman. Throw to first is high. The tag applied, but the ball is dropped. It'll be an infield single for King to start here in the 4th. Nice diving effort over there
26, Ruben Livingston.
by the Strasburg third baseman, Valeskis. So that's the first action Front Royals had since the 2nd inning. Here's Ruben Livingston. Strasburg looking for a double play. And here's a comebacker to the mound. It's going to ricochet away. Charging, throwing to first is in the dirt, scooped out, and they get an out. Valentin able to charge. The ball ricocheted off past the mound on a ball that if he was able to field it cleanly might have been a double play, but moving to second is King, so he's in the scoring position. The Express do get an out on the play on kind of an odd play. But here's Van Coughlin, the Front Royal left fielder. 7 hits on the night for Front Royal. Coughlin 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to third. Runner goes and then stops. The pitch is to the backstop. And moving to third is King. It'll be a wild pitch. So a single, a ground out, and a wild pitch now. Infield is not playing in, so they'll surrender the run. 1-0 to Coughlin. Swinging a chopper to third. Short hop, they're coming home with it. Here's the throw, and he is out. Nice play there by the third baseman, Valeskis, to throw it home. And Carr makes the tag as King is dead meat at the plate. Score at 5-2, and there are 2 outs here in
right fielder,
the
14,
5th.
Cooper Milford.
Heads up play there, and it took a good scoop over there, third by Valeskis. It was a short hop. He had to get it and able to make a strong, accurate throw to the plate to get him by a mile. So 2 outs now. Runner at first. That's a big throw there to get the out at the plate. Swing at the first pitch, chopping at the third. Valeskis picks it up on the hop, throws to first in time, and there's a quick ground out to end the half inning. Strasburg with some serious momentum brewing here. They just got to get the bats going as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Express trailing 5-2 here on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Luis Rodriguez leads it on for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 9-1-2, Rodriguez, Valentin, and Carr. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Strasburg left a man at second last half inning. They've left 3 so far. 0-1. Swing and a high pop-up in the center. Powell coming in, being called off by the left fielder Coughlin that makes the catch. Center fielder Powell seemed to be a little upset, like he tried to call it at the last minute, and here came Coughlin to make the catch. 1 up, 1 down in the 5th.
Shortstop, number 3, Corey Valentin.
Here's Corey Valentin, the shortstop. Valentin a fly out to center in the 1st, a single to right, and a run scored in the 3rd. Express trying to get the offense going here. Swing and a miss. Valentin with a big hack. It's 0-1. McGonagall trying to get through 5 innings here tonight. 0-1. That's outside. 1-1. And Valentin seems to keep count in the dirt down there to his left. Count in the dirt says 1-1. That's what we'll go with. And that is in there for a strike. 1-2. Hey, he draws an X when it's a strike. That's funny. Haven't really seen that before. Guess it keeps you engaged. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Valentin going out to get a piece of it. He's hustling. Grant charges, throws to first, not in time. Infield single. Great hustle there from Valentin. His 2nd single of the game. He's 2 for 3 in his debut here with Strasburg.
The catcher, number 5, Cade Carr.
And that is the 4th hit of the game. He went out and got that thing and just busted it out of the box. Grant was a little bit too nonchalant charging and throwing that thing. Here's Cade Carr. Strasburg catcher, runner goes, and the pitch is fouled back. It's 0-1. Corey Valentin. First base for the Express. 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball off the plate, 0-2.
Thank you.
0-2 the count. Carr takes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Get some scores around the Valley League here in just a second, including 1 final score. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. Grant to second for 1. Back to first. It's a double play. Score at 4-3. And the inning is over. So Strasburg scoreless for the 2nd consecutive inning. We're through 5 and off to the 6th. Cardinals lead the Express 5-2.
Christopher Hund.
Christopher Hund leads it off for the Front Royal Cardinals. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, make sure you're with us in the 7th. We'll have our history for you on this day in baseball history. June 6th in baseball history, that is. Waldschmidt out for another inning here for the Express. First pitch swinging is Christopher Hund. It's fouled away 0-1. Hund a walk and a pop out. And he hits a cue shot to the right side, charged by Biakina. Throw to first is in time. And there is one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Here comes Elijah Grant, the second baseman.
Number 28, Elijah Grant.
Grant is 1 for 2, a single to center his first time up. Couple of RBIs, a fly out to right in the 3rd. Hits from the left side. Wouldn't be shocked to see him lay one down here. He shows, but takes a ball, 1-0. Scores around the Valley League here tonight. One final. Purcellville beat Winchester earlier this evening, 2-1. Harrisonburg leading Waynesboro 3-2, bottom of the 5th. Waldschmidt from the stretch, the 1-0. That is high, 2-0. Woodstock leads Newmarket 5-2, bottom of the 4th. Charlottesville leading Stanton 6-0, top of the 5th. And Culpeper and Covington postponed due to weather. 2-0. And a swing and a miss. Grant way behind the fastball, 2-1. Waldschmidt deals. Swinging a ground ball right side. Biakina ranging to his left, puts the glove up, scoops, and throws to first in time. Nice play there. Back-to-back nice plays by the Strasburg second baseman, Anthony Biakina, and there are 2 outs in the 6th. Well, if we stay true to what we've seen the first 2 hitters, Biakina is going to get another one here to end the inning. The second baseman and third baseman have seen a lot of baseballs tonight. Cameron Murray, the batter. He takes a breaking ball down, 1-0. Well, Waldschmidt's done a nice job in relief. He's been in since the the second inning with nobody out. We play here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, 1-0. That's high, ball 2. Strasburg with runs in the 2nd and the 3rd. Front Royal with 3 in the 1st and 2 in the 2nd. That's all we've seen so far. 2-0. Breaking ball in there. Took a little off of it. 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Open stance for Murray. He takes for a strike, and it's even at 2-2. Well, Strasburg will have the heart of the lineup due up in the bottom of the inning. Nunley, Licurdo, and Castillo. We'll see if they can keep it at a 3-run deficit and try to get back to chipping away at the deficit. 2-2, Waldschmidt. Kicks and deals, swinging a ground ball to short. High hop for the shortstop. Throw to first, and Valentin makes the play. Nice defense in the inning by the Express. Cardinals go 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. We are off to the bottom of the inning. Strasburg trailing this one 5-2. See if they can get back into this thing as we've got a new pitcher coming in for the Cardinals.
If you have not tried
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Strasburg down 5-2. New pitcher for the Cardinals. It's Sam Stacy taking over with his team. Front Royal up 5-2. Tate Nunley leads it off for the Express. The righty Stacy deals. The count is quickly 0-2. Sam Stacy out of Southeastern Community College, 6'5", 200 pounds from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. And he's in for relief of his teammate Patty McGonkle, who is currently in line for the victory. 5 innings, 4 hits, just 2 runs. 0-2. Swing and a foul back. Just getting a piece of it is Nunley. Tate is 1 for 2 tonight. Single in the first, reached on a fielder's choice and was caught stealing in the third. Front Royal has led this thing from the get-go. Cardinals trying to get through 4 more innings here and win this game. Nunley takes outside, 1-2. One, two, skips in the dirt. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 2 walks and a hit by pitch, according to my numbers here, for the starter McGonkle, which is well below the current pace that Front Royal has been this year with walks. 2-2. Swing and again, just getting a piece. Nunley way out in front, still 2-2. So 2 hit by pitches and 2 walks and a hit by pitch. And Express strikeouts. We've got Ingram with 1 looking, and that's it. 1 strikeout. 2-2. Ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Livingston. He'll take it himself. 1 out here in the 6th. So Nunley is retired for the first out here in the inning.
Fielder number 4, Nick Licurto.
Here's Nick Licurto, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1 with a walk in the first. Strasburg has put a lot of baseballs into play tonight. They just haven't been able to do much with it. Again, only the 1 strikeout. First pitch is outside and low, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. That is called a ball, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Low, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes here. Down 3. I think you got to have the red light. Try to draw a walk if you're Licurto. And he takes a strike, 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Stacy deals low, change up in the dirt, ball 4. Third walk of the night for the Cardinals, and the Express have a base runner here in the 6th.
Now batting the DH, number 9, Eduardo Castillo.
Looks like another night of point streaks, live stats not working, so we do apologize for those trying to follow the game on there with their stats. Again, that is a point streak issue and not a Valley League issue, but we have communicated with them trying to get that fixed. Here's Castillo. He takes inside, ball 1. So Sam Stacy out of the bullpen gets a ground out to first. Then he walks Licurto, and he's behind 1-0 here to Castillo, who is 0 for 2 with a grounder to the mound and a fly out to left. A lot of room in right center. He takes down for a ball, 2-0. Diego Velasquez is on deck for the Express. Strasburg, at least so far at home this year, they just haven't been able to find the holes when they need to, when their opponent has been able to do that a lot. 2 O's in there for a strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The set by Stacy. And the pitch. That's outside, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Strasburg down 5-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Baseball here on Thursday night. 3-1 is hit high in the air to left field. That ball is well struck, going back, and it is gone. Eduardo Castillo hits his first home run. That's his first hit of the summer. It's a 2-run blast to deep left field, and the Express are within 1 here in the 6th inning. Majestic blast for the Strasburg DH. Got one he liked and didn't miss it, and Strasburg is within 1 here in this ball game.
The second baseman, number 10, Anthony Bianchina.
So Castillo making us all think of his brother Victor with that swing, hitting it deep into the night. Stacy comes back and throws a strike. Sam Stacy with the ground out to start the inning, and then the walk before the home run, 0-1. That's a strike, quickly 0-2 to Velasquez. Diego with a line out to second, the ground out to third. That was the 5th hit of the night for the Express. 2 of them have been for home runs. 0-2, outside, 1-2. Sam Stacy, the righty from the windup. The pitch, and that's hit in the right center field. Pretty well struck. Moving to his left is Powell towards the gap. He makes the running catch, and there are 2 outs here in the 6th. So Strasburg hitting Stacy pretty well right now, but they do get the second out. They'll bring up Anthony Bianchina, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 10, Anthony Bianchina.
Bianchina is 0 for 1 tonight. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball. A check. Did he go? Yes, says the third base umpire. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Don't think that was relatively close, but it's 0-1. And he fouls one off. I think he was trying to be late on it. 0-2. So Sam Stacy trying to get through this inning and hold Front Royal's lead to a run. The 0-2. Inside, he gets hit by a pitch again. Bianchina hit for the 2nd consecutive plate appearance, and it puts the tying run on base with 2 outs here in the 6th.
Number 33, Chase Ingram.
Here's Chase Ingram. Home run to left in the 2nd, strikeout looking in the 4th. And some words of advice, maybe some strategic messaging from Cullen Smith, the head coach and manager of the Express, talking to Chase Ingram. Don't think there's much you can say other than swing away, and if you hit it out, that'd be awesome.
Might be motivating. You might tell him his mother's gonna do it.
5-4 here in the inning. Strasburg with 2 thanks to a 2-run bomb by Eduardo Castillo. Still threatening. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. Ingram struck out looking his last time. The pitch. That's low. In the dirt. 1-0. Bullpen activity for the Cardinals. Looks like a right-hander's getting hot. Sabian Rivera in the bullpen for the Cardinals. 1-0. Ingram takes a breaking ball for a ball. 2-0. Bianchina might be banged up over there at first. He's gotten hit by a pitch his last 2 times up. Yeah, he's hurting. He can't even really stand over there. Problem is, if you hit one into the gap, you'd really like to tie the game. Here's a hard hit grounder to third, scooped up by the third baseman, just reached his glove down and picked the ball up, and fortunate there to make the play, but he throws it to second and the half inning is over. So Strasburg scores 2. They leave the tying run on base. We're through 6 and off to the 7th. Cardinals lead 5-4. Back after this on the Express Baseball Network.
Leading off the center fielder, number 3, Delaney Powell.
New pitcher for Strasburg as the Express are within 1. It'll be Wesley Jones taking over. Jones is 6'4" righty out of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, from Matthews, North Carolina, and he's got some good velocity. His first pitch is in there, 0-1. So we've got some changes. Sliding into the 7 spot for Biakina is Kyle Edwards. He will play third, and the third baseman, Velasquez, moved from third to second. Foul back, it's quickly 0-2 to Delaney Powell, the Front Royal center fielder. All right, we're going to do some history here in this 7th inning on this day, June 6th in baseball history. Oh and 2. Jones from the stretch. The tall righty deals, and that is strike 3 called. 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Powell is the first out here in the 7th inning. Back to the top, Nick Mullen, the third baseman.
Number 18, Nick Mullen.
Today in 1892, Benjamin Harrison becomes the first U.S. president to attend a Major League game as he watches the Reds defeat the hometown Washington Senators in 11 innings, 6-5, today in 1892. Back to the top of the lineup, Mullen fouls it back, it's 0-1. Today in 1925, Eddie Collins of the Chicago White Sox becomes the 6th major leaguer to collect 3,000 hits after hitting a double off of Washington Senators pitcher Walter Johnson. 0-1. Mullen takes in the dirt. Nick Mullen, strikeout swinging in the first, single in the second, and a ground out to third in the fourth. 0-1 the count. Strasburg down 5-4 here in the 7th. That's low. The count is 2-1. Two on the Mullen. Swinging a pop-up right up the chute in the infield, charging the new third baseman Edwards in foul territory. He makes the catch. And there are quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Shortstop,
Jimmy King will bat. King's having himself a masterful night. He's a single shy of the single cycle. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. 1 to short, 1 to left, and 1 to third. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Today in 1939, the New York Giants hit 5 home runs in the 4th inning to defeat the Cincinnati Reds 17-3 at the Polo Grounds. 0-1. That's in there, and it's quickly 0-2. Today in 1941, the Giants become the first team to wear protective headgear as they use plastic helmets in a game against the Pirates. 0-2. Swing and a miss. What an inning from Wesley Jones. He strikes Jimmy King out, and the inning is over. Strasburg with some momentum. Time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Express down 5-4. You're listening to the Express Baseball. Back to baseball. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Strasburg down 5-4. New pitcher for the Cardinals is Sabian Rivera. He will face the bottom of the lineup, 9-1-2, so 9-hitter and then the top. Rodriguez, Valentin, and Carr. First pitch from Rivera misses. It's 1-0. 1-0 is low. Home plate umpire thought about it. 2-0. Rivera, 6-foot righty out of Harford Community College from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Works from the stretch. 2-0. Inside, 3-0. Lewis tonight in the 9 spot, a line out to right and a fly out to left. He's got the red light. Will not be swinging 3-0. He shows bunt, pulls back, nearly hits him. Ball 4. That was a little close there. Might not want to leave it out there that long, but it's a 4-pitch leadoff walk to start the 7th inning. Here's Corey Valentin, the shortstop. Leadoff walk here in the 7th. So the tying runs at first for the Express. The pitch, fastball right down the middle. Went with the slide step, 0-1. Today in 1990, Sissel fielder.
Cecil.
I know we talked about it last year. Cecil fielder, throw to first, back in there safely. Cecil fielder hits 3 home runs in a game as Detroit beats the former Cleveland Indians 6-4. Fielder becomes the 4th AL player to have 2 3-homer games in a season. We'll revisit that again next year. 0-1, outside, 1-1. Today in 1997 at Fenway Park, Sandy Alomar, the former Cleveland Indians, hits 4 doubles in one game, tying a major league record. That's outside to the backstop, but holding it first is Rodriguez. The count is 2-1. Today in 2003, insisting the cork bat designed to put on home run displays during batting practice was accidentally used in a game against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Chicago Cubs slugger Sammy Sosa is suspended for 8 games by Major League Baseball for using an illegal bat. 2-1. Swinging a ground ball to second. Grant goes to second for 1. Back to first. There's no play. They'll get the lead runner at second. And there's 1 out here in the 7th inning. So Rodriguez is erased, and reaching is Valentin on the fielder's choice.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Cade Carr.
Here's Cade Carr. Carr is 0 for 2 tonight, into a 4-3 double play his last time up. Tying run at first for Strasburg. Valentin's got speed. Pitch is low, ball 1. Today in 2006, Jason Schmidt matches a 102-year-old Giants franchise record with 16 strikeouts, fanning his final 3 batters to escape a 9th inning jam and preserving a 2-1 win over the Florida Marlins. Pitch is up and in. 2-0. Here's another special one. Today in 2007, Trevor Hoffman pitches a scoreless 9th inning in a Padres win over the Dodgers for his 500th career save. He's the first to reach this mark. 2 balls and no strikes to Cade Carr. He takes low. Pitcher's asking, where is he? He's looking in the dugout like, where is this, guys? He's now talking to his dugout. Home plate umpire just sitting there staring, watching the mound. So the count's 3-0. And that, same spot, same result, ball 4. Pitcher's actually, Rivera's kind of like smiling and laughing after he gives up that walk there. He thinks that those pitchers are in the strike zone. He's still smiling at the home plate umpire. So the tying runs at second now. Go ahead runs at first here in the 7th. Strasburg will send Tate Nunley to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Well, here's something you won't see anymore, but in 2010, the Orioles end a 10-game losing streak. and give interim manager Juan Samuel his first victory as a major league skipper. Nick Markakis blooped a single to score. Cesar, I can't remember how you pronounce his name, Asturis, I think it was. Cesar Asturis, something like that. Today in 2011, in the 2011 amateur draft, Pittsburgh picked first, and they selected Garrett Cole out of UCLA. All right, big moment here in this ball game. First and second and only one out. Nunley awaiting the pitch. That's way outside, ball one. Today also in 2011, Tim Lincecum strikes out his 1,000th batter in the majors, the 8th pitcher since 1900 to do so within his first 5 seasons. 1-0 to Nunley, tying run at second. He takes outside corner, strike one. 1-1. 1-1 the count. Sabian Rivera sets at the belt and deals. Swinging a liner in the left center field. That is going to get down and all the way to the wall. Nunley comes up with a big hit that's going to tie the game. Rounding second into third and holding there is a go-ahead run, Valentin. Tate Nunley with a little dance out there at second base on the bag. He hits the game-tying RBI double into left center, and we're all knotted up at 5 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nice piece of hitting there, taking it the other way and tying this game up here at 5. Valentin in to score, Cade Carr into third as the go-ahead run. Nunley at second. Powell tried his best to get to that ball. We're going to have a stoppage here. Manager coming out to talk right when Rivera was on the rubber and ready to rock and roll. Let's see if we've got a move here. I don't think we do. I don't see anybody warm in the pen. I think this is just a breather moment here. And obviously, Front Royal is going to have to consider going infield in here of second and third and only one out in the 5-5 game. We'll see what they ultimately decide to do. We'll step away. 30 seconds. We'll be back after this. Meeting at the mound concludes. Some close pitches in this inning have not gone the Cardinals' way, and Strasburg trying to make them pay here. Here's Nick Licurdo, the left fielder. Two walks tonight and a run scored. Infield is not back, or excuse me, the corners are playing even with the bag. Here's a ground ball to the right side. It's going to give the Express the lead. Licurdo gets the job done. A slow roller to second. Coming in to score is Carr. And the Express have their first lead of the night. It's 6-5 here in the 7th inning.
The DH, number 9, Eduardo Castillo.
And moving up to third is Nunley. So credit Licurdo with an RBI, productive at bat there. Strasburg up 6-5. Here's Castillo. Hit a home run his last time up. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Strasburg with 2 runs this inning, 2 runs last inning. 2 runs last inning were the Castillo home run runs. 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a pop-up into right. This could be trouble. Coming in's the right fielder. He's going to lay out. He can't make the catch. It gets by him. Into second base. The throw not in time. Now the ball gets away into left field, but backing it up out there is Coughlin. The Express have another run. It's a RBI double for Castillo, and the Express lead it 7-5 here in the 7th inning.
Second baseman, number 46, Diego Velasquez.
So just like that, Strasburg leading this game by 2. And walks come back to bite you, especially leadoff walks, even though he was later retired at second. So Castillo with the double. Here's Velasquez with a runner at second and 2 outs. and he hits one well into right center field. Going back to center fielder towards the scoreboard, reaching up, he can't make the catch. It's off the wall. Into second base is Velasquez, and the Express are having fun here in the 7th inning. Just like that, they lead it 8-5. 4 runs in the inning. Another 2-out hit for Strasburg, and they have their largest lead of the night. It's 8-5. Castillo scores from second, and Velasquez into second with the RBI double.
Now batting number 7, third baseman Kyle Edwards.
And here's Kyle Edwards. Edwards was a nightmare for a lot of Express fans last year right here in this park in the playoffs. He hit a home run to left field to tie the game in the 9th inning with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Strasburg was a strike away from going to the championship for another year. Instead, he had other plans and hit a long home run into the trees and left. But he joins the Express this year out of Old Dominion, swings and misses. It's 1-1. Still can't get that inning out of my head. It's one of those things that you never really get past. You got to count the 8th inning too, because things fell apart there as well. But 1-1 to Kyle Edwards. Edwards fouls it off, and that actually gets over the netting. It hits a fan in the head on the bounce. Somehow snuck through the netting, came back and got a fan. She put her hands up, but got her in the head area. Now the count is 1-2. Rivera trying to get out of this inning. It's been a long one for the Cardinals. Edwards takes one. That ball bounces up into the netting. And moving to third on the wild pitch is Velasquez. Time is called by the home plate umpire. Four runs so far in the inning for the Express. They trailed this game 5-0 after an inning and a half, but they have steadily chipped away. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th so far. 4 in the 7th, excuse me. 2-2. Fouled back. Edwards battling at the plate. Kyle Edwards, as I mentioned, out of ODU, Old Dominion, from Norfolk, Virginia, 5'11", 175. It's been a offensive-friendly inning for Strasburg. 2-2. Edwards grounds one to third. Picking it up on the short is Mullen. Throw to first is in time. And the inning comes to a close, but not before Strasburg scores four runs. And they now lead this game 8-5. We go to the 8th. We're back after this on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network.
Ruben Livingston.
Strasburg leading 8-5 as we go to the top of the 8th. Wesley Jones back on the mound for the Strasburg Express. It'll be Livingston, Coughlin, and Milford due up for Front Royal here in the 8th. Livingston is 1 for 3 tonight. Single in the first. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove, actually. 0-1. He also picked up an RBI on a ground out to third back in the second inning. Strasburg now out hitting the Cardinals 8-7. Count is 0-1. The tall righty deals inside 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. And that is low. Two balls and a strike, nobody out here as we start the top of the 8th inning. 2-1 from Jones. That's inside 3-1.
Here we go, Tom. You want to keep this pitcher?
Three balls and a strike. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk.
Left fielder number 8, Van Coughlin.
Here's Van Coughlin, the left fielder. He's 0 for 3, 2 ground outs to third and a strikeout swinging in the first. Looking for a double play ball here. Express lead by 3, the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to center field. That's pretty well hit. Backing the center fielder all the way up towards the few feet from the track, but he makes the catch. And there's one out here in the 8th inning. So Coughlin sent it for a ride, but hit it to the wrong part of the park, straightaway center, or at least right center. Didn't have enough. Big first out here in the 8th inning brings up Cooper Milford, the right fielder.
Right fielder number 14, Cooper Milford.
Milford a walk and a run scored in the first, strikeout swinging in the third, and a ground out to third in the 5th. Wesley Jones has been good so far out of the pen for the Express. The pitch. Fastball in there, 0-1. Again, Jones out of UNC Charlotte. 6'4", 225. He's got some velocity on his fastball. 0-1. Runner goes, then he stops. The pitch misses, 1-1. Strasburg enters this game at 1-3 and kind of slow, unusual slow start for a team that usually gets off to good starts, but in a year especially where winning the regular season is very important. 1-1, that's to the backstop. Ricochets back to the catcher, and holding it first is the runner. Kind of have to switch that ball out. Probably got a little scuff mark. 2-1 is the count. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Kyle Gutschall with you from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. Here in the Valley Baseball League, the North Division. Strasburg Express and the Front Royal Cardinals. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Jones deals, and that is low and outside, 3-1. Well, a walk here would bring the tying run to the plate. Not what Strasburg wants to see. Knocking on wood in a game where we've seen no errors. 3-1. Strike called on the breaking ball. 3-2. The count. Runner might be going here. He does not. The pitch is swung on and missed. Cardinals have been aggressive on the base pass all night. They hold the runner there. Probably a good decision as Milford strikes out swinging. Wesley Jones with another punch out. 2 outs here in the 8th. And here's Christopher Hund, the DH. Hund with a bases loaded walk in the first inning. He's also popped out to the catcher on a bunt attempt and grounded out to second. He takes one down and in, 1-0. Upcoming schedule for Strasburg. We're here tonight on the 6th. Express are at Woodstock tomorrow night, and we're back here Saturday against the Newmarket Rebels. 1-0. Runner goes. The pitch is a called strike. He completely stole that base on the pitcher, Wesley Jones. Kind of shocked Jones didn't step off there. We've seen too much of that early in the year where guys are just kind of taking off, but Livingston will be credited with a stolen base, and now a man in scoring position. The count's 1-1. Base hit could get the Cardinals another run. Breaking ball misses inside, 2-1. A leadoff walk, a fly out, a strikeout, and then a stolen base. 2-1 the count. Jones, long look in, now keeping an eye on the runner at second. He delivers. That's low, 3-1. Our brand new American flag out there, beautiful, but it's been stuck. It's like there's been no wind the last few games since it's been put up. Even though we feel some up here, that might be the fan that's plugged into the wall though. 3-1 is a breaking ball, called ball 4, and the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Elijah Grant.
Second baseman, number 28, Elijah Grant.
Well, Grant's 1 for 3 tonight, 2 RBI single in the first. All right, so meeting at the mound between pitching coach and former manager of the year, Phil Betterly, and the infield Wesley Jones, the pitcher, is over. Here's Elijah Grant, the tying run. He shows bunt with 2 outs here in the 8th inning, down 3 runs, and he fouls it off. It's 0-1. I will say, back years ago, Woodstock had a guy by the name of Danton Hyman. He was a contact hitter, didn't have any power, but a heck of a contact hitter. And one night in a game, he bunted in a 3-2 count with 2 outs and the bases loaded. He dropped it down the third baseline for a base hit. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And no one was expecting it. So it's quickly 0-2 to the Front Royal second baseman, Elijah Grant. Jones sets and deals. That is hit into right. Coming in is Nunley to make the catch. And once again, Jones gets a piece of the baseball on an 0-2 pitch. But the inning is over. Heck of a job by Wesley Jones getting through the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Strasburg up 8-5. You're listening to Express Baseball here on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network.
to number 33, Chase Ingram.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Pitching change for Front Royal. They are going to their former right fielder, Cooper Milford. He's going to take over and pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning, facing Chase Ingram, Luis Rodriguez, and Valentin. So Milford will take over. The righty will do the pitching in the 8th. The pitch is fouled back. It's 1-1. Chase Ingram tonight's 1 for 3, solo home run in the 2nd. RBI and a run scored. 1-1 the count. And that's past the legs of Ingram to the backstop, 2-1. Milford, 4th arm of the night for the Cardinals. 2-1 is outside, 3-1. This Front Royal team, they led this game 5-0 after 2 innings, but they have not scored since the 2nd inning. Meanwhile, Strasburg went quiet there in the 4th and 5th innings, but woke back up again, and, well, there it is. The dreaded leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 8th inning. So Ingram's on for the 2nd time tonight.
Center fielder.
Brings up Luis Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 2. He did draw a big leadoff walk in the 7th inning. Rodriguez awaits the pitch. He takes on the outside corner. 0-1. Sometimes corners are bigger than others. That was a big corner. The 0-1. That's high and off the glove of the catcher to the backstop, and Ingram's to second on a wild pitch. Eight to 5 is our score here on the bottom of the 8th inning. That is called a ball, 2-1. I do want to give a suggestion for those watching on YouTube, especially if things look blurry. The pitch is a strike, 2-2. Our broadcast is in 1080p, meaning HD. So if it seems blurry for some reason, you can go into the settings and change your quality to 1080p. That misses up high to Rodriguez, 3-2. Looks like the auto resolution is only 480, which is not great. So make sure you switch that over if it looks blurry from your end. The count is 3-2. Milford deals, and he struck him out swinging. Rodriguez goes down on strikes for the first out here in the 8th.
Shortstop, number 3, Corey Valentin.
Here's Corey Valentin, the shortstop. His debut tonight, he's been on 3 times, including 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. He's also advanced on a balk. Pitch is a breaking ball, nasty. Swing and a miss, 0-1. No balls and a strike. And that ground ball to third, picked up by the third baseman, Mullen. He throws to first. It's in the dirt. Nice pick over there by Livingston. They call him out. Runner has to hold at second, so it's 5-3 on the putout. And there are 2 outs in the 8th for Cade Carr, the catcher.
Number 5, Cade Carr.
Carr has been on twice tonight. 2 walks and a run scored. That was in the 7th. Big insurance run out there at second base. Strasburg up 8-5. That's outside, 1-0. Cardinals will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate in the 9th inning. One-0. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. And so far, Cooper Milford has looked really good out here. Did walk the leadoff man, but other than that, and a wild pitch. 1-1. That's low, 2-1. Actually, looked like it buckled Cade Carr a little bit, but it was low. Two balls and one strike. And that is low, 3-1. Get another look at the Valley League scoreboard here in just a moment. Hitters count here for Cade Carr. Nunley on deck. Nunley's had a nice night, including the big hit in the 7th inning to tie the game. 3-1 to Carr, the pitch. That's outside, and Nunley will indeed bat here in the 8th inning. So Carr has walked in back-to-back innings for the Express. Tate Nunley, single in the 1st, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, grounded out to 1st in the 6th, RBI double in the 7th.
Right fielder number 1, Tate Nunley.
Scores around the Valley League, top of the 8th inning. Turks leading the Generals 6-3. Top of the 6th in Newmarket, the Rebels are on top of the River Bandits 10-5. Top of the 8th, Charlottesville on top of Stanton 9-0. Nunley takes a strike, top of the zone 0-1. Three pitchers tonight for the Express, and that's even with their starter Lucas Glover only lasting an inning plus. 0-1, outside 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Nunley has to get out of the way of a fastball, darting inside, 2-1. Breaking ball, called a strike as it pops out of the catcher's mitt. 2-2. Two. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line. It's going to go foul. Big opportunity here for a couple more runs. Nunley's looked good at the plate tonight. 2-2. Swing and a little pop up again. Third base side. It's going to go foul. The count is still 2-2.
Foul balls to the train station in exchange. You'll get a free spot.
I'd like to see Nunley try to get out in front a little bit and try to drive it to the right center gap. 2-2 again. And he hits it off himself in the box. Foul. Never feels good to do that. Give him a second to walk around and try to walk it off as well as possible. Two again. Who will win the battle? Nunley or Milford? Time is called. Milford will step off the rubber. Well, we've seen 2 balks tonight. A couple of home runs. Still plenty of walks. 2-2. Breaking ball, hit it up the middle. Some weird spin on it, but taking it to the bag at short is king. And the inning is over, and Cooper Milford gets through the inning. And we are off to the 9th. Strasburg looking to win their first game at home here in 2024 and try to get within 1 of 500. 8-5 Express as we go to the top of the 9th.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Cameron Murray.
And we're off to the top of the ninth from Strasburg. New pitcher coming in to try to save the ball game is Samuel Schmidt out of Troy from the Sun Belt. Schmidt, the righty, deals. First pitch, swing and a miss. Threw it right by the leadoff man here in the inning in the ninth, Cameron Murray. Murray 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout swinging. The righty Schmidt from the stretch deals, and that's low, 1-1. Schmidt, 6'1" righty from Troy and Hoover, Alabama. Trying to lock this thing down here in the ninth inning for the Express. Cardinals trying to get back in the run column here, 1-1. Fouled back off the wood behind the plate, 1-2. One, two. Check swing on a breaking ball. Did it go? No, says the first base umpire.
I think they didn't ask the third base umpire.
What's the count?
It is 2-2.
2-2 the count. Did I say the third base umpire?
I said they should ask the third base.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You were right the first time, Jay.
And Murray down on strikes for the second time tonight. One out here in the ninth.
And there's only one out, not two.
Center fielder, number 3, Delaney Powell.
So one out here in the top of the ninth inning. It'll be the 9-hitter Delaney Powell. He's 1 for 3 and time's called. He shows bunt, pulls back and takes a ball.
That winning 50-50 number again, 886-951. 886-951.
1-0 the count. And that's a ground ball to short in the hole. Setting his feet, throw to first, scooped out by the first baseman Ingram, and they got him at first on a heck of a play there. The new shortstop Valentin and the first baseman Ingram scooping it out. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Back to the top for Front Royal. It'll be Nick Mullen.
Nick Mullen.
Last hope here for the Cardinals. Mullen's 1 for 4. Schmidt from the stretch, the 0-1. Fastball in there, 0-1. Express dugout getting loud in there. They can feel a victory. Swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2. Well, this game started out kind of like it did against Winchester the other night. It was ugly, but Strasburg has overcome it, and they're trying to win the game. 0-2, just missing off the plate. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schmidt looking for the save. Liner to left, not so easy. A 2-out, 2-strike single in the left by the Front Royal third baseman Nick Mullen.
Number 7,
And we're not done yet here in the ninth. It'll bring up Jimmy King. King 3 singles tonight, 2 runs scored, an RBI, a couple of stolen bases, and a strikeout his last time up. So some strategy being talked about over on the third base side right now. Front Royal. That was their 8th hit of the game, so both teams now with 8 hits. Looking at our runs, hits, and errors here. Strasburg 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Front Royal 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. So it'll be Jimmy King, last hope here for the Cardinals in the ninth. First pitch is a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Time is called. Schmidt wants a new baseball, I believe.
Just take a magic marker. What's the count?
It is 1 strike.
Okay. Didn't miss a pitch.
0-1. Schmidt delivers. Swing and a foul back, and again the Express are a strike away. That one stung the hands of King a little bit. It's 0-2. Again, Strasburg on the road tomorrow night at Woodstock to take on the River Bandits before we're back here on Saturday. 0-2, 2 outs in the ninth. Here's the pitch, and that misses 1-2. One, two. Swinging a ground ball to second. Fielded on a hop. Throw to first in time, and the ball game is over. The Strasburg Express win their second ball game of the year. And they do it in comeback fashion here tonight in a game that lasted 2 hours and 35 minutes. Strasburg victorious tonight by a final score of 8-5. What a game here tonight for Strasburg, in a game that did not look great for them early on, able to come back and win it. And tip your cap to the Strasburg pitching. After things were looking rough in the first 2 innings, they didn't allow any runs from innings 3 to 9. Winning pitcher tonight is Wesley Jones for the Express, and the loser is Sam Stacy. Might be Rivera, actually. And the save will go to Sam Schmidt. So Jones is the winner, and Schmidt picks up the save tonight for the Express. Strasburg wins their second game of the year. They are now 2-3. Meanwhile, Front Royal falls to 1-5 on the season. A big win tonight for Strasburg, and a much-needed win. We saw some of their new pieces entered into the lineup, and have to like what you see if you're a Strasburg fan. I think the pitching will come. It's just got to throw strikes and stay in the zone. And, well, Strasburg victorious tonight, 8-5. Again, we will be back here on Saturday night as the Express will host the Newmarket Rebels, and we hope you join us then here in that game. Final notes here in this ball game. 2-run home run by Eduardo Castillo in the 7th. Chase Ingram had a home run for the Express in the 2nd. 2 hits for Carre Valentin in his debut with the Express. He also scored a couple of runs. Tate Nunnally was 2 for 5 tonight, had a couple of hits, run scored, and an RBI. And, those are our numbers here tonight. Strasburg wins at 8-5. They are up to 2-3. And Front Royal falls to 1-5. In a game that lasted 2 hours and 35 minutes, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Friday. And join us again on Saturday right here from Strasburg at 7 o'clock. Strasburg wins it tonight 8-5. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2024 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.